Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, guys. Life is good. Anyway, I played a lot earlier this morning. I had another wonderful practice session. And geez, the chops are feeling great. I went out and did some errands. And I'm back here. So let's see what we got and we will talk. You saw the thumbnail. Ralph, how do I expand the practice, the happy zone? All right? Good question. Let me honk a little bit. Haven't played a note since earlier this morning. I should be ready to go. Anyway, locked in. F sharps above double C and caress the baby. Anyway, life's good, man. So, how do I expand the happy zone? My friend Nick Drobsdorf asked me this in the comment section maybe yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And guys, it's a very good question. And you're not going to like the answer because I've answered it a lot before. Guys, you want me to give you some magic bullet, okay? That the tongue is here, and when you get above a double C, I want you to do, no. Guys, every single thing is the same. And there's a reason I bombarded you with pictures of Maurice, because he was a master of utilizing the happy zone. Hours and hours and hours of characteristic studies on a C trumpet. That was his routine. That is where he got the chops. Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. These are probably the best chops in the history of trumpet. Horst Fischer, we have others. We're not going to get into that now. But, guys, that is what he did. He played hours in the practice zone and happy zone. And I told you this story before. I met him once. Okay? I went up to Carnegie Hall with Jerry and we went in and listened to his rehearsal. Actually, it was the end of his rehearsal by the time we got there. Okay? And he was practicing on Mon Dieu. He was just miserable because he didn't have enough time to practice his beloved C trumpet in the happy zone, in the Arbin. He wanted hours and hours and hours. That's what he needed to make his chops feel good. And all he could do when he was on tour is warm up for the gig, play the gig, and make sure his piccolo chops, but that is not what he needed. Guys, he built those chops doing Arbin characteristic studies for hours. That is from his mouth to Jerry. All right? Now, guys, there is no magic bullet. How do you expand your happy zone? Play in the happy zone. The best way to relax the corners, to thicken the tongue, and play with less air is play correctly in your happy zone. It's as simple as that. Okay? Those F sharps are probably at this point not my happy zone. I think E flats and E's probably are at this point. Okay, but all I did was play the bulk of my practice below double C. Heck, below double C, below high C. I do characteristic studies. Double C's in Arbin. That's my gig. If you want jazz, if you want Maynard solos, go somewhere else. Double C's in Arbin. This is how I develop my chops. This is what Jerry told me. Vacchiano told me this. I liked Vacchiano and Jerry. Pretty good. Pretty good sounding board, wouldn't you say? Salamone. If you can play this, you can play anything. What else needs you? If you can play this, what's harder than this? That was when I was 18 years old. 55 years later, 54 years later, I'm still doing the same thing. And my happy zone just expands every single day. Finally, since I got the right melodies. Okay? Now, here's the deal. Relax the corners. The more you play in the happy zone, you are not tightening your corners. So the more you can relax the corners, the thicker your tongue is going to be. You don't even have to think about it. Trust me, it will get thicker inside your mouth. Now, I've told you this before. Stretch your lips. Put your tongue in that spot and try to make that tongue thicker. You can't. Relax the corners. Put the tongue against the soft inner red of the top lip, and don't even spit buzz. Just press the tongue against that. See how it gets thicker? That's how you do it. You relax the corners, your tongue will get thicker. The thicker your tongue is, the more you can relax the corners. And when those two things are working in unison, guys, you are barely taking a puff of breath. Oh, it's sniffing my nose, and I'm knocking the walls down. Play in the happy zone. Your happy zone will expand both ways. Now, as I told you, the bulk of my practice is below low C. Those E flats, E's, F sharps above double C, I fool around with them a little bit. That's probably the only one I'm going to play today. Okay? But your happy zone goes up as well as going down. Guys, I don't practice those single pedal notes. I don't even practice double pedals anymore. Guys, I don't practice it. And the only way you are playing single pedal notes with a bigger tone than a lot of guys play in the middle register, guys, is if it's relaxed. You can't play those notes if you're tight as a drum. You can't. Absolutely 1000% can't do it. You want to expand your happy zone with the spit buzz as well as your regular range. Play in the happy zone. Expand the happy zone. You have to play in the happy zone. I told you guys, there's no magic bullet. That is your discipline. All right? All right. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.